Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to review my new phone, OnePlus 3. This is the phone. It looks like any other phone, but it has some small things that make it really good. First of all, the dimensions. It's not big and it's not small. It has a 5.5 inch screen, but is really compact. It's not that big. You will see, if you didn't see, I'll put it in the annotation, the comparison with my old phone Xperia Z2, and you see that one has a 5.2 inch display and is not a lot smaller than this. So yeah, let's start at the front. The front we have the big display and Gorilla Glass 4, the 8 megapixel camera in the front, the sensor, proximity sensor I think, the speaker, the headphone speaker, not the loudspeaker. On the bottom we have the fingerprint sensor, the recent button and the back button. Yep, there are in the not in the screen, on screen. We could put it on screen, but that's something else that we'll see. On this part we have the power button and the SIM tray. On the other side we have the notification slider. We could put on ring, priority or silent, and the volume rocker. On the top we have nothing, and on the bottom we have the headphone jack, a microphone, the USB Type-C charging port, and the loudspeaker. On the back, and the back is really cool. It's an anodized aluminum. It's gray. We have the antenna lines and the camera. It's a 16 megapixel sensor. I think it's made by Sony. Don't quote me on that. And the flash and the OnePlus logo. The phone looks and feels really good. It's very fast, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me open it up and see the UI. We have here Android 7.0. Let's go and show you that first. Okay, if we go here, we could see, if it focuses, Android 7 and Oxygen OS 4.0.2, the last version of it. This started at 4.0 when I got the phone. Now it's at 4.2, so there were some updates and it works really good. Okay, let's go with the aspect. The screen is a 1080p Super AMOLED and it looks amazing. The colors are really good, really good, and everything works perfectly. The UI, it's basically stock Android, and that's a good thing. I like stock Android. Everything is smooth. I can't find any lag, and a good thing, it's there is no bloat. When I say no bloat, the only app that is not made by Google, except the ones that I installed, is this, the community app. The community app, it's for the OnePlus 4. And now let's open CPU-Z and see what's here. We could see clearly that is a Snapdragon 820 with 4 cores. It uses the cluster Big Little. It's Cryo, and the cores can go from 307 megahertz to 2.15 gigahertz. It's a Qualcomm, and the GPU is an Adreno 530, really good GPU. Here we could see the other specs. We have 6 gigs of RAM, DDR4, that is not saying here, but it is DDR4. All the 820 chips support DDR4. This one is the 64 gig variant, and the 5.5 inches. Here we could see the Android version and everything. Okay, and the battery, and that's all it here. Okay, now let's start the benchmark, or look at the benchmark. I made the benchmark, and this is the score. It's a really good score. 158,100. It's really good, coming from a phone that had 59,000 or some change to this. Well, that's a big jump. And let's go on the rankings. If you see, the Oneplus with the old Android, it's slower than this one. This one has 7. The one that they tested had the Android 6. And you see, it's fast. It can go faster than an iPhone, but who's with the iPhones? But yeah. Okay, and now let's exit this and use the camera first. We could press we could gesture an O on the screen and we get the camera. The camera is really good. It focuses, as you can see, real fast, and it takes photos real fast. And if we go here, we could see really good detail, really good detail. So the camera is really good. The front camera, it's an 8 megapixel. I'm not using it, but here it is. You can see me and the setup. Yep, that's me and the setup. But it's good quality. I'm not using it. The flash is good. It can video in 4K, and that's really good. The quality is good. The indoor photos are okay, but not as good as I was expecting. But still, if the indoors have decent lighting like this, it's okay. But if the decent lighting, or it is not decent lighting, as all you know, phones are not good for low light. Okay, now if we got some tests out of the way, let's see how it performs in games. Let's start with one of my, let's say, not favorite but fun games. Yep, this is the game, and it's made by Romanians, and it's, yeah, really funny, but I'm bad. Well, this one doesn't care about the CPU or the GPU, but this one does. Need for Speed, no limit. Let's see how it loads. It will take a while, but with the 6 gigs of RAM it will be really good. And yes, it wants to connect to the internet, and it has one. Okay, I'm not going to play a map, it's long, but I'm going to show you the detail on the car and the smoothness. You're going to see gameplay if you want, but that's another day. It's really smooth, really good quality. Yep, good. And the other problem I don't do gameplay here is because this one has real live music, and I don't want to be flagged by YouTube. You know the problem. Okay, and real racing. This one is really good. A really good racing game, and it's really smooth. You could see, no lag, no nothing. No, I don't want to connect. Okay, you could see here the maps. Let's try one, just for funsies. In this one we don't have music, so I could do. Okay. Well, I'll get the 4. And yes, it's gyro control, so the image quality is really good, but the it is loud. Okay, I'm not finishing it, but it works. It's too loud and I don't want to fiddle with it today. Okay, let's go out. Come on. Oh, okay, good. Well, this is the phone. The performance is really good. Let's go with the battery. The battery, it takes around 1 hour and 15 minutes to charge from 50% to full, and that's a really big thing, and I like it for that. And I could say more, but I won't. I like this. I like the form factor and the speed. What I don't like, at least for now, in my country, I cannot get a good bumper or case for it. Well, that's a bummer. Okay, let's see what we could get. You could see here. Let's go on the settings. Have the network. Oh yeah, the alert slider. You can make it. This is the ring one. Let me show you first. There is this alert slider. If now it's in ring position. If I go one up, it's do not disturb or privacy, and full silent. We don't need to, and yes, the screen doesn't need to be on. Now it is just to show you. Okay, let's get back to the settings. Okay, have the buttons. We could use the buttons, or I could do this. This. Oh no, this is it. We have on-screen buttons, but I like the buttons on the display, not on the screen. Have a double tap the power button to open the camera, and we could customize everything here. That's a good thing. Have some gestures. If you do a V, or you could see here. Let me focus it a bit. Have the gestures. Okay, you could see it. It's too bright, but yeah. We have a triple thing. If you swiped with 3 fingers, you could make a screenshot. The status bar, we could see all the buttons that we could do, and here we could put battery circle. I don't like that. Battery bar or no battery. So yeah, the display. I use adaptive brightness, and if you see here, if I do this, come on, nope, doesn't. No, it doesn't want to. Let me try this. Maybe now it does. No, it doesn't. Well, when I have a lower light, it will dim. You have a theme. You could use default, light or dark. I keep the default. It's okay. We can change the size. We can use auto rotate. We could use ambient display and many other things. You could change the color on the, you can see here, on the LED. There is a small LED for notifications and charging. You could cast to a TV. I don't have any TV connected right now. And another Android 7 feature is this. Have the notifications from all the apps. You could the battery, and if you see, we have, if we go in the battery, I just charge it just for this purpose. You have the estimated at the current usage, and it's really good. It's very precise. The memory, now it uses around 2.1 gigs from 6, so really good. The storage, we have I used only 5.5 gigs, and I have some games installed, so ain't a biggie. Users, apps, and here's the fingerprint and all the configurations. I'm not going to go here, and that's it. That's the menu. Well, I like the phone, and after my use, around a week I use it, I get around 1.5 day of use in medium to heavy loads, and in medium loads, or all the day medium loads, I get about 2.5 days to 3. It depends on many things, but this is from my usage. So this is the phone. For me, it's a good phone, and I could give it 9 out of 10. I'm not going to give it 10. There are some small things, but well, it's a new company, so they will work on it. That isn't a problem. Yeah. So this is the review. Hopefully you like it. If you do, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, share, or even comment if you want to see some gameplay with it or some other things. I'm up for it. Thank you and goodbye.